So today we are talking about color harmony. Color is often the first thing viewer notices, yet it's often the last thing a beginner photographer consciously controls. Color is a language. It can make a viewer feel uneasy, calm, nostalgic, or sort of energized. So as an artist, you're using colors to guide the viewer's eyes and to tell a story without actually saying a word. So our goal today is to actually talk about the foundation in color theory basics and also this idea of actually capturing intentional images by understanding complementary colors. Alright, so to understand harmony, we have to understand the map, and that map is the color wheel. At the core, we have three primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. These can be seen as parents of all other colors. You cannot actually create them by mixing others. They are foundation. Now, when you mix these parent colors, you actually get secondary colors. So red and blue will give you purple or violet. Blue and yellow will give you green. Yellow and red will give you orange. If we keep mixing, we actually reach tertiary colors. This is where the color wheel sort of gets sophisticated. Colors like yellow green, blue violet, or red or orange. This full range is where you find the nuance to compose your photographs. So at this moment, if you pause the video and look around the room that you are in right now, try to find one object that represents a primary color and one that represents a secondary color and see how they sit next to each other. Notice if one feels heavier or louder compared to the other color. On the color wheel, complementary colors are opposites. They sit directly across from one another. Because they are opposites, they actually create highest possible contrast. So when you put them together, they make each other appear more vibrant. They vibrate against each other. So let's talk about some of the classical pairings. Red and green. So it could be a red rose against green leaves, or deep green stem. Blue and orange, the golden hour look. It's a blue sky against the orange glow of a sunset. And this is actually the most used pairing in filmmaking or landscape photography because I think it mimics skin tones against the sky. Yellow and purple, it's high energy and also provides a sort of a royal contrast. So when you use these pairings, you actually create harmony through tension. The eye loves this contrast. It feels balanced because it satisfies the entire spectrum of our visual receptors. Now, I'm going to talk about one specific cinematic case study of Robert Yeoman. So, when we look at the work by cinematographer Robert Yeoman, he is someone who helped define the visual world of American filmmaker Wes Anderson. If you look at some of his films, The Grand Budapest Hotel or Moonrise Kingdom, the color is not accidental, it is actually meticulously planned. Yeoman often uses highly saturated complementary palettes to create a world that feels like a storybook, calculated, composed, and harmonious. When you are out with your camera, I want you to think like a cinematographer. Don't just look for a subject, look for a color relationship. Is there a blue door against, let's say, an orange red brick wall? Is there a person who is wearing, let's say, a red jacket or a hoodie standing in a lush green forest? So that relationship is your subject. So your exposure settings directly affect your colors. Underexposing slightly can make colors feel more saturated and moody. Overexposing can actually wash out colors, turning vibrant reds into these sort of pale pinks. So for our first assignment, our mission is to actually capture 5 different color pairings using different color combinations from the color wheel. So definitely please make sure that when you make some measures that you list your ISO, f-stop, and shutter speed for each. Please do identify your combination as well. For example, mention that the complementary pairing of blue and orange. All right, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.